Game for the Sailors has matured. McNeil was in a drop back situation. Nobody was open, and he scrambled out of there, being chased by a couple of Lakewood Ranch defenders. Sean Bain smartly came back to the quarterback and found a way to get open so that McNeil could hit him when he was on the run. And it's a nice pickup, moves the chains again as the Sailors are marching once more.
First and 10 at the 34 of Lakewood Ranch now. Sailors looking to increase their lead, up 14-7. And McNeil hands off to Austin, going to the outside, cutting upfield, getting inside the 35, still on his feet, trying to get down near the 30. And they picked up a short gain there. Let's see where they spot him down. About a 2-yard pickup they're going to give him. Down to about the 33-yard line. Call it second down and 8.
Yeah, good pursuit that time by the Lakewood Ranch defense. They had 3 or 4 players that were in on that tackle. And that's what you got to do if you're going to hold Austin to a short gain like they did. Only a couple yard pickup on first down.
Ball on the far hash mark. Double wide outs to the near side and one to the far side. McNeil in the backfield again with his running back Austin. McNeil takes the snap. Hands off Austin up the middle, and the ball came loose. And Lakewood Ranch, I believe, has it. Let's see. Yes, they do. So the first turnover of the night goes to the Ranch as the Sailors are moving the ball in, but they force a fumble.
It looked like Austin really never had a good handle on that. It looked like the ball was sort of coming out as he headed towards the line of scrimmage, and he wasn't able to get on it. Lakewood Ranch was right there to pick it up. That's a big play for the Ranch. So far, they recently hadn't been able to stop the Sarasota offense. And Sarasota offense stops themselves, giving the Ranch a chance to get back in this game and tie it up.
So Lakewood Ranch gets it at their own 32-yard line. Moving from right to left, their first possession here in the second quarter. Sailors kept the ball for about 3.5 minutes. To start quarter number 2, Rex looks to throw, throws deep down the middle of the field, has a man just in stride open, and the flags come out. Trying to hit Cam Piercy there. We might get an interference call here on the Sailors.
It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Piercy was pretty well covered, but I think the defender was up over his back. I think that was Tyler Therion that was trying to go stride for stride with Piercy. And they're going to call the interference, and that'll give 15 yards, I believe, to the Ranch, and give them a first down near the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. A big 15-yard penalty against the Sarasota pass defense.
Yeah, Piercy had about a half a stride on his defender, and then as he went up for the ball, knocked down from behind. Again, in high school football, it's not like the NFL where you get it at the spot of the foul. It's a 15-yarder, still a first down, but not quite as far as the pass went. Anyway, first and 10 for Lakewood Ranch at the 46-yard line, their own 46. Now Rex in trouble in the backfield, and it's going to be brought down for a couple of yard loss. Trying to hand it off there. Looked like it might have been a little miscommunication there. And actually only about a loss of 1 on the play. Second down and 11 as we come down to the 8-minute mark. And with both teams going with the no huddle here, there's a lot of plays in this game already. Now Rex looks over at his coach. Use the time by lining up and then looking at the coach rather than huddling up and calling the play. Rex takes the snap, pump fakes, now throws deep down the middle of the field to the far side. It is incomplete, overthrown, trying to hit Piercy over there. It was well covered.
The Ranch, he must have liked what Sarasota did with the long bomb. So they've come out here throwing 2 here on this series. Pretty nice throws by Rex. I'll give him some credit there. If you're going to miss that long pass anywhere, you miss it long. If you underthrow it, that's usually when it get intercepted. That one was a step or two too far, but that's one way to loosen up the defense and maybe open up some running lanes for your running back.
Third and 11, Rex back to pass again. Now steps up in the pocket, rolling, and he's brought down from behind. Nice job again, getting in there quickly for Sarasota. And that was Chandler Black tripping up Rex in the backfield to bring him down, and it brings up a 4th and 16, and the punting unit will come on.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Chandler Black there. He was able to get into the backfield. It looked like Rex was going to be able to escape to his right and get creative there, but he was tripped up, forcing the punting situation here for the Mustangs.
And Lakewood Ranch, Rex will punt it. Usual way he drops the ball on his foot, gets a good kick away though, and Bain back again on the fair catch at his own 24, will not return it. And the Sailors will have it there, starting 1st and 10. Kind of drops the ball on his foot, Ed. Kind of an unusual way he does that.
And normally,
from a higher angle.
And normally you want to hold the ball high and have your foot come up and meet it. Gives you more oomph normally on it and more hang time. But at this point, they'll take those 30-some yard punts with nothing getting blocked, and at least it's switching the field position, getting the Sailors inside their own 25-yard line. But credit the Sarasota defense there. They didn't allow that turnover to hurt them any. They were able to put the brakes after that interference call on the first play of that drive, and they were able to stuff the Mustangs. So no harm there for Sarasota. So they get an opportunity here with 6:49 remaining in the second quarter to see if they can put another drive together and try to get a 2-touchdown lead on the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs.
Taking the mid-quarter water break right now. Official timeout. We were talking before about teams playing for their playoff lives. How about Venice tonight, Ed? They're up playing at Seminole tonight, and they're really faced with a must-win to just come in second after that tough loss last week they had to the Packers of Largo.
Yeah, Largo had a Hail Mary that got answered, and then won it on a 2-point conversion after a offsides penalty on Venice on the extra point, and decided to go for 2. So a strange turn of events there. We thought Venice looked as good as anybody we've seen all season.
McNeil passes it to the near side, complete to Dylan Cleveland, gets out across the 30-yard line, struggling ahead up to the 35, near the first down marker. And let's see if that second effort gave him the first down. I believe it did. Good job by Dylan Cleveland there, who also loses a shoe in the process.
A nice job by Dylan Cleveland, who was able to get behind the block of the other wide receiver out there, get and turn it upfield, get a first down. And just like that, the Sailors already have it out to their 35-yard line, looking to get some more.
1st and 10 for the Sailors. Double wides to the far side, one to the near side. McNeil in the gun. Austin takes the handoff, goes outside, now cuts upfield across the 40 to the 45 and the far sideline to midfield into Lakewood Ranch territory, pushed out of bounds at about the 47-yard line of Lakewood Ranch. A good run there on first down by Austin.
That's a nice 18-yard gain on first down. A couple nice moves there by Justin Austin. He's able to dip it inside and then scoot outside and leave tacklers grasping for air there. He did that a couple times in that run. Beautiful running job by Justin Austin. And it gets the Sailors into Lakewood Ranch territory as they're trying to get this drive going and get another touchdown on the board.
Midway through the second quarter, Sailors up 14-7. 2 touchdown passes by McNeil in the ball game. One to Bain, one to Breakstone. And now a short pickup by Austin. Well, actually going to lose a little bit there, aren't they? Yeah, back to about the 49.
Yeah, good defense that time. They tried to run the little flare pass out to Austin, to the wide side of the field. But 2 defenders were out there. Didn't allow Austin to go anywhere. He tried to split them, but they were able to bring him down. It looked like he lost about 2 yards on the play, setting up the second and long for the Sailors.
Back to the 49-yard line of Lakewood Ranch. Second down and 11, let's call it. 5:33 left in the first half. Now McNeil behind center, I formation. Austin in the tailback slot. Takes the fake handoff. McNeil throws over the middle. It is in and out of the hands of Dylan Cleveland there. Had it. Had a lot of room too if he had hung onto it, but kind of took his head off the ball and started to run with it, and then the ball fell to the turf.
Yeah, that was a nice pass by McNeil. Cleveland came from the far side. It was a crossing pattern. He had found a little soft spot in the Lakewood Ranch zone, and it was a good pass. It hit him in the hands, but like you said, Doug, I think he was looking to run before he had it, and it fell incomplete, setting up a 3rd and long for the Sailors.
At the Lakewood Ranch 49-yard line. Looks like the Ranch might be coming with a blitz here. McNeil in the gun. Hands off to Austin, who drops the ball, and looks like Lakewood Ranch got it. They did. They recovered. initially, I believe, by Mason Hobbs, and the second turnover of the ball game, second fumble by Austin, and Lakewood Ranch recovers.
That's a big play for Lakewood Ranch. This time they have the ball in Sarasota territory. I thought Austin got on it initially, but the ball bounced away from them, and the Ranch was able to recover. They're at the Sarasota 44-yard line. Short field here to start this drive. Let's see if they go immediately to the air to try to get it in the end zone.
2 turnovers in the ball game for the Sailors. Gives Lakewood Ranch an opportunity here at the Sarasota 44-yard line. Rex pitches it outside to Brandon Luckett, and he cannot cut upfield. There is a flag on the play, though, at the 50-yard line. It's going to be a holding call on the Ranch. Yeah,
Sarasota had penetrated nicely on the defensive front, and that's one way to blow up that end-around type play, and the blocker ended up holding the Sarasota defensive lineman that was penetrating, and that's going to push the Ranch back into their own territory here. Big holding penalty on the Lakewood Ranch.
Takes it back to the Lakewood Ranch 40-yard line now. And a spot of the foul penalty, so it is a huge one on the Ranch right now.
It's a 1st and 26, though.
Yeah, we're trying to add it up. You were quicker at adding it up than I was, Eddie. They have to get down to the 34-yard line of Sarasota for the first down. 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Quick throw to the far side. It is complete to Piercy. Piercy takes it up near the 50-yard line and picks up about 9 or 10 yards on that play. On a quick little flare over there. And it'll be second down. And about 16. There is a flag over there. Looks like there might have been a little pushing and shoving after the play. So let's see if they add on anything here for Lakewood Ranch. Sailors might have given this all back here. Personal foul on the Sailors.
They sure do.
Something happened over there after the tackle, or push out of bounds.
Yeah, it could have been a late hit out of bounds. That'll be an automatic first down, I believe, for Lakewood Ranch.
So it looked like Sailors were going to pin the Ranch back on that actually 2nd and 26, but now they gave it all right back on that personal foul. Should be an automatic first down on a personal foul, wouldn't it?
I guess it's not an automatic first down. It's second down, but it's
2nd and 3 now.
2nd and 3 versus
right.
2nd and 16. Big difference there.
At the 37-yard line of the Sailors, so the Ranch gets a break there. And with 4:30 remaining, clock running here in the second quarter, Ranch trying to tie it up. They trail at 14-7 here. 1 wide out in motion. Now he stops behind center. Rex is going to run with it on the direct snap and gets up to about the 35, trips ahead to about the 34, close to the first down. See if he got enough.
Looks like he did.
He did. Yep. Okay, forward progress to the 33 actually. So first down for the Ranch. They have all 3 of their timeouts left too in the first half.
On that play, the running back goes in motion, and then he leads up into the hole. It's like as a lead blocker on the quarterback draw there by Rex. That was a designed run to pick up the first down.
Double wides to the far side, 1 split to the near side. And a fake pitch to the backfield. There's a little toss over the middle. It's caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Lakewood Ranch. Beautifully executed play. And that was Ty McLeod. Wide open over the middle.
Ty McLeod.
There's a flag, though, on the play. This may come back.
Ooh, it looks like they're pointing back. It's too bad. That's a great play by Lakewood Ranch.
I think it is against the Ranch. I saw the initial indication pointing that way. Let's see. And it is coming back. So tough break for the Ranch there. Ty McLeod caught that ball beautifully thrown by Rex. Wide open over the middle. But it will not count. And they mark it back now to the 37-yard line of the Sailors. It'll be 1st and 13 now.
I never saw what the signal was.
They didn't do it again, but probably a holding call.
But it did take the score off the board. Let's see if the Ranch can do it again.
They do the same play here. A little throw to the outside. It is caught by Brendan Hadley, and Hadley is knocked right down at the 35-yard line before he could get a good head of steam, and really only picks up about 4 yards on that play. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10. A little more than that. Good job by the Sailors closing up that gap. Looked like Hadley might have some room there after he caught it.
Yeah, that was a painful 3 or 4 yard reception for Hadley.
3 wide receivers for the far side. Now 1 in motion. Breaks off. 4 in the field. Rex in trouble. Trying to run now to the far side. He's going to keep it to the 30, to the 25, and bumped out of bounds near the first down marker over there. And again, let's see where he went out. Very close to a first down. One official has it about the 24, so you may have picked it up. Let's see.
It looks close. Let's see if they actually going to do a measurement on one here, Doug.
Well, now the flag, the down marker is showing short of it.
Right.
Now it is 3rd and less than a yard at the 24-yard line of Sarasota. They're going to line up in the 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. And a handoff, and straight ahead should be enough for the first down. Now bowling ahead down near the 20-yard line. And McLeod on the carry, picks it up for the Ranch.
And Silas Jones, number 44 for the Sailors, came out of the scrum there with the football, but the play was ruled dead. So that's a first down run pickup for the Ranch as they are driving here as they're just outside the Sailor 20, first down.
Kept the ball for nearly 3 minutes so far on this drive, trying to tie it up. Trailing 14-7. Now we get a flag thrown before the play can develop. Thrown by the back judge. And it is against Sarasota. So the Ranch will get the benefit of illegal substitution.
I didn't see the signal.
I believe that was the signal, initial signal anyway.
Too many men on the field.
Yeah, could be too many men. Now a timeout called by Ed Volts of the Sailors. Wants to settle his defense down. He's out jawing with the referee right now. Actually the linesman. Now the referee comes over. So Ed Volts, a little freedom now to kind of say what he wants, doesn't he?
Well, and he certainly has taken advantage of that. We saw him get a 15-yarder against Venice
right
a few weeks ago, and that turned into a 30-yard penalty in total. But there are times where you have to make a point to the referee when you don't think they're calling it quite your way. So that's all part of working the refs, Doug. It's part of the coaching game, and I give Coach Bowles credit. Plus, you're right. That was a smart timeout to try to settle down the defense, see if they can come up with a stand here and force the Ranch into a field goal attempt, or maybe push them back. It looks like they picked up the flag.
So no penalty, and whatever Ed Volts said
worked.
Convinced the ref to say okay.
And he was even waving
it off. Yep.
So good job, Coach Bowles.
First and 10, though, at the Sailor 22-yard line for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. 2:46 left in the first half. Trying to tie up this ball game here and not leave any time on the clock for the Sailors in the first half. Here's Rex throwing to the far side. It is caught. Is it in there for a touchdown? The Ranch. And just like that, a little delay on the call by the official there. That's why we waited. But it's a touchdown for Lakewood Ranch. Looked like Ty McLeod made the catch.
Yeah, McLeod came back. Got another one here. That was a beautiful play, wide open on the delay in the corner of the end zone. Easy touchdown throw and catch for the Ranch, and they're looking to tie it up here at 14 with the extra point.
Extra point try. It is up, and it is good. So with 2:38 left here in the first half, we are tied at 14 in this very important district game tonight as the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs keep the ball for 3 minutes and 6 seconds on that drive. And it goes 56 yards in total, capped off by a 22-yard touchdown pass. Chad Rex to Ty McLeod.
And the Lakewood Ranch kicker wasn't real happy with that extra point. He ended up on the ground as it looked like a couple Sarasota Sailors ran into him. No flag there by the referee, so they're going to be kicking off from the normal field position. They were looking for a flag there. Let's see now if the Sailors, with 2:38 to go here in the half, can find a way to get it downfield and get some points here and regain momentum going into halftime.
So a good ball game here tonight. As you would expect in a game of this importance, both teams kind of trading touchdowns. Lakewood Ranch scored first. Sarasota answered. Sarasota went up on top, and now Lakewood Ranch answers. And a short kick, trying to prevent the long return, and well, did they blow it dead before he kicked it? I think they did. They're going to make him kick it again. I don't see a flag. I think they just maybe weren't ready. Is there a flag over there? No, I think the official just didn't give him the okay to kick it, so they'll redo it.
And Doug, if you look at the stats on the season, 2 evenly matched teams, and so far here with 2:38 to go in the first half, we got a 14-14 game, so I guess it's about what we should have expected.
Yeah, 4-4 records overall, 2-1 in district records for both of them, right?
Average yards are gained are about even for each team this season. Oh, there's a nicely placed kick.
Goes all the way out, bound to about the 1. Is it going to go in the end zone? It does. Sean Bain was kind of looking like he might want to pick it up, but he didn't, fortunately for the Sailors, and it did roll into the end zone for the touchback.
The Sailors are very lucky that continued to roll into the end zone. If that would have died there at about the 2-yard line, the Sailors could have been in big trouble, but they get a bit of a break there. There's enough momentum on the forward roll to carry that into the end zone. A nicely placed kick there by the Ranch. Their kicker is number 40.
Grant Kenny? Oh no, that's Sarasota. Hunter Kate.
Hunter Kate. Nice job there. Well placed kick, and the Sailors having to start now from their own 20.
And they have 2:38 left in the first half, plus 2 timeouts. So let's see what they can do. They line up with 4 wideouts. 2 to either side. McNeil looks to pass, can't find anybody, now throws to Cleveland. Outlet pass caught, gets out to the 30, to the 35, and dragged out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Maybe could have called a little extra pushing out of bounds there on Lakewood Ranch. No flag though. And first down for the Sailors.
Yeah, nice job by both McNeil to keep the play alive, and Cleveland to find an opening there and turn it upfield and get out of bounds to stop the clock with a 17-yard gain on first down.
Out to the 38-yard line for the Sailors, 1st and 10. 2 wideouts again, split to either side. McNeil back to pass, a little quick pass to Bain coming across, gets it at the 40 to the 45 to midfield to the far side of the field, still on his feet. And it goes out of bounds at about the 45. There is a flag thrown, though, at midfield. Could be an illegal block here.
Blocking
the back by Cleveland over there.
For me to say, but that was close. I thought the blocker had gotten his head in front of the defender, but it looks like they're going to call it right there at about the 46-yard line. So that's going to push back the Sailors and wipe out a big gain that would have had Sarasota thinking some points here in this last 2 minutes.
Yeah, they do it from the spot of the foul, so it's not as prohibitive, but it takes it back to the 37-yard line now, 1st and 11. So in effect a 1-yard penalty to the spot of the foul. 2:10 left in the first half. Clock stops on the penalty. Now the Sailors break huddle. Double wideout split to either side again. Austin in the backfield with his quarterback McNeil. McNeil takes the snap, hands it up to Austin up the middle, big hole to the 40, to the 45, and brought down at about the 47, near the first down marker. Really took a good burst of speed there after he took the handoff from his quarterback, and very close to the first down. Let's see, it might be just short. Yep, short by about a yard.
Picked up 10 of the 11 needed. Second down here, the clock is still running, Doug.
Sailors have 2 timeouts left. Second and less than a yard at their own 47-yard line. Moving from left to right here in the second quarter. Tied at 14 here. McNeil takes the snap, throws to the near side, and poorly thrown ball there as he was being rushed. And it's incomplete. And that was Traveris Smith, the intended receiver.
And I think that was not a good snap that floating back there. And I think that was part of the problem why McNeil couldn't get anything on that throw. Threw the timing off.
3rd and less than a yard. McNeil, Austin, handoff up the middle, picks up the first down across the 50-yard line, still on his feet, struggling down to about the 48. And good job there on the second and third effort to pick up good extra yardage there. Gets inside Lakewood Ranch territory, minute 26, clock stops while they move the chains. Now back in motion, Sarasota already up to the line of scrimmage. One of the Sailors is lined up offside here. They better, well, they got a break there. McNeil in trouble, rolling to the near side, and he is brought out of bounds. Maybe picks up a yard or two. It looked like Travera Smith was lined up about a yard offside on that play, Ed, but the referee didn't see it.
That's what you have a linesman for, but they didn't call it, and McNeil at least was able to get out of bounds there to stop the clock. A minute 11 remaining here in the second quarter. Let's see what they can do here inside Mustang territory.
Picked about 2 yards on that scramble, so helped his cause a little bit there. Double wides to either side. McNeil takes the snap. Austin up the middle. Nice hole there to the 40. Cuts to the outside to the 35. Still on his feet. And brought down inside the 35-yard line. Another first down for the Sailors.
Nice running there by Austin. Picked up a good 15 yards on that rumble there, and that gives Sarasota some great field position.
At the 34, first down. Clock moving, under a minute remaining in the first half. Sailors at the line of scrimmage. McNeil takes the snap, rolling to the near side, looking to throw on the run. He makes the completion to Cleveland at around the 30, short pickup. You say he caught it? Yeah, timeout though by the Sailors. Did not get out of bounds.
Yeah, they were trying to run the sideline pattern, but good job by the Mustangs to tackle them in bounds for Sarasota to use that timeout there. So the Sailors are down to 1. Timeout with 47.3 seconds left here in the first half. Let's see what they do here. 34-yard line or so. They're not in field goal range at this point. They need at least another probably 15 yards to get in reasonable field goal range before the end of the half. And let's face it, the Lakewood Ranch is putting good pressure here on this drive, knowing that the Sailors are looking to pass it. So there's really not a whole lot of time for McNeil to stand in the pocket back there and look deep. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of play they call. I would probably favor to get him rolled out, try to move the pocket a little bit so he still has a passing lane despite the pressure, and try to hit Bain down the sideline for a big play right here.
Yeah, Cleveland picked up about 3 yards on that reception, so second down and 7 now at the 29-yard line. Very wide formation on the receivers, but not a lot of room. Now McNeil just tosses it into the end zone. Up for grabs. It is caught. No, drop, but there's a flag on the play. And Isaiah Breakstone looked like he had it for a second, came out of his hands, but a flag thrown, so it could be pass interference here.
If so, that'll put the Sailors in great field position. That'll be about 15-yard line or so where they should have the ball, if that is what the call is.
Breakstone had it for a second, and then he was bumped. And let's see what the call is here. Official still talking it over. Now we'll get the signal here, let's hope. Interference on Lakewood Ranch. So again, it's 15-yard in high school, 15-yard penalty. And they will take it down now to the 15-yard line. So first and 10 for the Sailors at the Ranch 15, just 38 seconds left here in the first half. We're tied, so the Sailors have a chance now to take the lead at halftime.
So with one timeout left, you can run something in the middle of the field, but what I would try to do is run a couple plays into the end zone if they can do it.
Sending out 3 wideouts, 2 to the far, 1 to the near. Now timeout called by Lakewood Ranch before Sarasota can snap it. They wanted to see what Sarasota was going to line up to do, I guess. And now Sean Trent wants to talk it over with his defense. So you can kind of feel that playoff intensity right now. We've kind of felt it coming into the stadium tonight, Ed, and been that type of game. Very few really mistakes tonight. A couple of turnovers, but not a lot of penalties. So a pretty well played game so far.
Yeah, and give the Sailors credit here. They're running the 2-minute drill, and they've mixed the pass and run in there. When they knew Lakewood Ranch was sitting back in the pass coverage, they were able to get some nice gains out of Austin to move it down the field. And here the last couple plays, they've been able to scramble and throw the ball down the field a little bit, and the penalty certainly has helped, getting him down to the 15-yard line. But this gives them several options. They still have a timeout left, 38 seconds left, so they have a couple plays they can run into the end zone.
Two wideouts again, split to the far side. Now Bain in motion to the far side. And here is Austin on the handoff up the middle, finds room, gets inside the 10-yard line, finally brought down around, looks like the 7. Austin found some room up the middle, and now Sarasota takes their final timeout with 30 seconds left here in the first half, and it'll be second down and about 2. So good run there. That kind of spread out the defense a little bit with the Sailor formation, and Austin found the hole up the middle.
Well, I like the call. That sets them up in great field goal position here, and it's only second down. They have used their last timeout, I believe.
Yep.
But you know, they still could run a play or two into the end zone, a pass play. You can't afford to take a sack, and you can't afford to get tackled in play, or else you're probably not going to get the field goal off. So let's see what Sarasota runs here. I think you have to put it in the air, obviously, so you stop the clock if it's incomplete. And if you aren't able to put it in the end zone here, you're at least in great position to kick a field goal.
Well, the Sailors back out on the field after talking it over with Ed Volts. Ranch talking over with their head coach Sean Trent. McNeil in the backfield with Austin. Takes the snap, throws to the near side. Caught by Austin, and no, he didn't hang on to it. Had the catch, or tried to make the catch. Looked like around the 2-yard line.
That was close. He might have, if he had caught it, been tackled in play and not in the end zone, and the clock might have run out. So
kind of a dangerous pass there.
I like the call. If he would have been, if he would have turned it up a little more, it would have been right on the goal line. But in any event, it's third down here. Let's see if they're going to run a play. It looks like they are, trying to get one more attempt into the end zone.
3rd and 2 for a first down. They can't pick up a first at around the 5-yard line. McNeil takes the snap, back to pass, throws a quick one over the middle. Bullet pass, incomplete. Kind of goes off the fingertips there. Was that Sean Bain there trying to? Yep.
I think they tried to run the quick slant. Bain was the in the slot to the right side. They had
very tough catch to make.
Right, twins on both sides, and Bain was the inside receiver here on the near side. Just ran a quick slant over the middle. McNeil rifled it in there. Bain couldn't haul it in, and now they're going to set up for the field goal try here with 21 seconds remaining.
Well, they will go for the field goal. It'll be spotted at the 14, a 24-yard attempt, and now Lakewood Ranch will take their final timeout. There's 21 seconds left in the first half, and the Sailors will have a chance to take the lead.
And Doug, I think they're going to try to ice them as much as you can ice in 80-degree weather. But they're going to make him think about it. Probably hasn't had too many opportunities of this nature here, especially in a game of this magnitude, to go out and kick a field goal. So you might as well use your timeout if you're Sean Trent, the Lakewood Ranch head coach, and they don't do you any good in the locker room at halftime. So I think it's a good call. Let them think about it a little bit, and maybe try to set up a block here with your special teams unit to see if you can at least disrupt it, if not actually get a hand on this field goal try.
We'd love to tell you who the kicker is, but we don't have his number on our rosters yet. 62. So number 62 will go for the field goal here, 24-yard attempt. From the near hash mark, he goes up, and it is good.
Beautiful.
So the Sailors take a 17-14 lead, just 16 seconds left here in the first half.
Good job, Doug. I think we'll make an effort here at halftime. Go talk to the PA announcer
find out, yep.
And get the kicker's name here. He now has 5 points in the game, and they're the difference. 17-14 lead here for the Sailors. 16.5 seconds remaining here in the first half. A very interesting game. Both teams have had their moments where they've gained the momentum and then lost it, and the other has come back and regained momentum. So a good exchange here in the first 2 periods of play. 2 evenly matched teams, and you got to give the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs a lot of credit, considering the amount of injuries that they have and the number of young players that they are really out there playing with tonight. They've really hung in here and played well and look well prepared for this huge game tonight with the Sarasota Sailors.
So the Ranch will have a chance here on a kickoff return. If
Should be a squibber.
yeah, going to be probably a squibber or a short one again. And it is a kind of short, high-end, over-end kick, going to be fielded at the 27-yard line, and fair caught there by Piercy. So the Ranch will have it with 16 seconds left at their own 27 here. So they have a chance. No timeouts though. See if they just take a knee or try and put something together here. But the Sailors trailed in this game at 1.7-0 early in the game. The Ranch came right down the field and scored just 2:41 into the game when Chad Rex ran it in from 2 yards out. Sailors tied it up on a McNeil DeBain 37-yard touchdown pass. And looks like Lakewood Ranch is going to take a knee here. And they will, and that'll do it for the first half. Sailors took a 14-7 lead when McNeil connected with Isaiah Breakstone on an 18-yard touchdown pass. And then the Rex to McLeod, a 22-yard touchdown pass for the Ranch, tied it up at 14. And just a moment ago, a 24-yard field goal gave the Sailors the 17-14 lead at halftime. And good first half of football, eh?
It sure was, Doug. And the difference really in the half is that the Sailors were able to drive 73 yards there in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the first half and come away with a field goal. And that's the difference so far. Well played first half. You did mention a couple fumbles there, uncharacteristic fumbles by Justin Austin on handoffs that he just didn't seem to get the ball cleanly. But other than that, a well played game by both teams. A few penalties, but no more than you would expect. And it looks like it's a game of teams both that want to be in the playoffs. So far, Sarasota's on the winning end of that, 17-14 here at halftime.
Those of you watching on our live Ustream broadcast, we'll keep the picture going there. You can enjoy the halftime show with the Sarasota Sailor Band. Looks like the Lakewood Ranch Band is here as well. We'll be back with the start of second half action in about 20 minutes. What's that? I just turned it down.
That's.
Well, it won't go on that because it's going through the board. Yeah, so I just turned it down.
All right.
Let's remember to turn it on now.
Yeah, let's remember that too. All right, I'm working on some stuff.
Yeah, we got to find out who that kicker is.
Yeah.
Let me go for it. Put that there so I remember.
Yeah, there you go.
My mnemonic device, is that what you call it? Mnemonic?
Like when I put my keys in the refrigerator.
I do that too in the morning so I don't forget my lunch.
Yeah.
Who is he? 62, right?
62, yeah.
The kicker's name's Tom Kelly.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Kicker's number 82.
Oh, it's 82.
It's 82.
Okay, we didn't have that on
We have
our
a hell of a
roster
time. Our old eyes have trouble seeing.
either. Had 81 and no 82 or
Is
62.
Tom Kelly anywhere on there?
No.
No. Okay, thanks.
All right, Tom Kelly.
That'll
All
help.
right. Luck of the Irish. All right, number 82. See, we couldn't even see
Looked like
a
a
friggin'
6.
number.
Looked like a 6 to me.
I was right there with him at 6.
Need better fonts on the uniforms.
Yeah. Yeah, the numbers don't. They're numbers too dark for black.
Yeah. Yeah. Saw Ozzy walking around before.
Oh, did you?
Sports junkies coming up there. Yeah. If he's in the box or not.
It's free food, he probably is.
There's some pizza over there.
Is there?
I'm gonna hit the head in there.
Go grab a piece right now.
Looks like pizza boxes, huh?
Rico's Pizza. I've never heard of that before.
Rico, yeah, I remember that one. Rico Petrocelli, remember that?
Yep. Red Sox.
Rico Cardi? Rico
Uh-huh.
Cardi?
One of my favorites with the Braves.
He's a good hitter. Good pitcher, that is Ozzy. Petrocelli, what was he?
Shortstop. wasn't it?
Shortstop, right? Yeah.
Cardi was, I think, center fielder.
Then he was one of the early DHs, I think, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Pinch hitters, I mean, he's a good hitter. Yeah, Braves, he played for a while. Cleveland, I think he played.
I was a Braves fan back in that period. They had all those guys, Philly Falou and Eddie Matthews and
Yeah.
Aaron, of course. Warm Spawn.
Yeah, Aaron kind of played in crappy markets. You know, like you didn't know he was like that close to Babe Ruth until he hit like 600. And then
Uh-huh.
people started to pay attention. Like Milwaukee, nobody, you know.
He just hit 45 every year.
Yeah, like 40, 45, had 110 RBIs a year, batted 300. Wasn't flashy in the outfield, you know, caught everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, decent runner, base runner.
Well, he was the second best right fielder next to Clemente.
Yeah.
He could throw people
Yeah, he
out.
wasn't flashy, he was just like really consistently
Really good all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Clemente was a little flashier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clemente got his final hit like the last game he played, I guess, was number 3,000. Wasn't that it?
Yeah, I just made it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Got on that crappy plane. Never should have been on that plane too. It was like an old piece of crap jet. I know he was doing a good thing, but they told him don't get on it. It was overloaded with all that
Yeah,
equipment.
relief shit.
Yeah. Hey, no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, he paid the ultimate price for that one.
That's terrible. Huh? The guy did this great thing and he dies. He probably would have played a few more years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he probably would have played 3 or 4 more seasons. Remember, he was a pretty good bad ball hitter. Like he'd swing at anything, but he could hit it.
He could golf ball.
Yeah.
Hit that low shit.
Yeah. And do you remember watching the Mazeroski home run in the 60s?
No.
Were you a little kid watching that? You
I was
remember?
7.
Yeah. They showed that on ESPN Classic like last year. They found the old TV
The original
broadcast of that game.
broadcast.
Yeah. That was a series like the Yankees scored a ton of runs in the games they won.
They outscored him
and
like
lost
50
like
to
2
10.
to 1 in the
Yeah.
games they lost.
Yeah. 50 to 10, they outscored him.
Yeah.
And lost the series. That's baseball for you, though.
Yeah.
Gotta give the Red Sox credit, though. They held the Cardinals to 1 or 2 runs
Yeah.
after the 3rd game. I don't think the Cardinals scored more than 1 run in any game.
No. Now they just got to do some drug testing on old Big Poppy. And it was all a sham. Nobody bats 650 in a World Series. Come on, that's crazy. I saw on a replay the nice little tribute Joe Buck did to McCarver at the end, like, you know, the last game. Apparently they did a whole thing at the beginning of the game. I didn't see that. Like highlights of McCarver's career. Oh, is any leading rusher doing well?
106 yards on 16 carries for
Austin?
Austin.
Yeah, okay.
7 for 9 for 103 yards for McNeil. 70 yards receiving on 3 catches for Bain.
Okay. You broke a few, Austin, so.
Yeah. And 2 fumbles. 255 total yards for Sarasota, 169 for Lakewood Ranch.
They were moving the ball at will in the first couple of possessions, Lakewood Ranch, but then
They had 68 on their first possession, 56 on their second, and they had a total of about 40 yards in their middle 4 possessions.
yeah.
I'm not worried about the details on Lakewood Ranch.
Spitz had to drive to Lake Placid today, so he had to leave like at 3:30 to do his game. That means nothing.
The guy that
He wasn't happy.
The guy that I interviewed was his office is in Lake Placid.
Yeah. Where's that? Like,
It's straight over.
Arcadia
You
area?
take 60,
yeah.
which is Brandon.
Yeah.
You take that through Mulberry, which is straight south of Lakewood, and then Bartow,
Right.
and then Lake Placid.
Yeah, hopefully Venice will win. He was going to find out if the station was going to sell doing a Venice playoff game. How crappy would that be if Venice doesn't make the playoffs after winning that big game in Texas? That seems a little bit unfair.
Gotta win.
We can wait another minute or so. Yeah, we'll finish it then.
We're good.
Hello, 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 hello.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
All right. 1 2 1. All right. Ready? And welcome back to Cleveland Stadium at Irick Field, Sarasota High School campus. Just concluding our halftime show. Good job again by the Sailor Band putting on their great halftime show. Sailors with a 17-14 lead over Lakewood Ranch in this very important district game, a play-in game, if you will. Sarasota wins it, they win the district. Same with Lakewood Ranch. Sarasota cannot make second place, though. They have to win to make the postseason. Lakewood Ranch could still make the playoffs, even if they lose tonight, depending on whether Brain River wins or not. But we'll figure all that out later. Ed, you got some of the stats at halftime.
Yeah, in total yardage for Sarasota, 255 net yards in the first half. For Lakewood Ranch, 169 net yards in the first half. Lakewood Ranch got 68 of those yards on their opening drive, where Sarasota was held to -1 yard on their opening drive. But the Sailors were able to put together 2 touchdown drives of 56 yards each after getting great field position 2 different times, back to back. And then the Sailors went 73 yards on that last drive in the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the first half, using up all of the clock except for 16 seconds and kicking a 24-yard field goal. Tom Kelly getting the boot to give Sarasota the 17-14 lead at halftime. Individually, a couple highlights. Justin Austin, 16 carries for 106 yards unofficially in the first half. McNeil at quarterback, 7 for 9, 103 yards passing, and Sean Bain Jr., 3 catches for 70 yards. Those are the offensive leaders in the game so far, and it's been a evenly matched contest, much as it looks like if you look at the stats. I thought that perhaps Lakewood Ranch, with the injuries they had and coming off a physical loss to Riverview last week, would have a tough time keeping up with the Sailors. The Sailors coming off that emotional 26-22 upset at Palmetto last week, but you got to give the Ranch a ton of credit. They've come out here with a great game plan, been able to neutralize, for the most part, Sarasota, and they've been able to generate enough offense themselves to stay in this game and only be down 3 points at halftime.
Sailors coming out on the field now. Lakewood Ranch been out a couple of minutes getting set for the start of the second half, just a couple of minutes away. And both teams, like you said, Ed, identical 4-4 regular season records, 2-1 in district play, in case course, those district games are the ones that determine whether you go to the postseason or not. Next week will be a season finale, non-district, but always a lot of fun when Sarasota plays Riverview. We'll be at the Ram Bowl next Friday night. Join us at 7:30 on our Ustream live broadcast. We look forward to heading back there. We were there earlier this season, Ed, but we were thunderstormed out, so we'll get a chance to actually do a game hopefully next week.
I'm just going to say that I'm looking forward to seeing Riverview. We got rained out on our opening opportunity when they were going to match up against Booker early in the season. I think that might have been one thing that helped Booker's season, because Booker early on did not play very well, and if they would have taken a pounding there at the hands of a much bigger Riverview team, that might have thrown them into a tailspin for the season. Instead, they were able to regroup with that what turned out to be an off week, and they've put it together, and they're playing tonight to make the playoffs. If they can beat Southeast up at John Kiker Memorial Stadium in Bradenton, Booker will be the second seed out of the district in 5A. And considering how Sarasota took it to them early in that opening game that we saw this season, I didn't think Booker was going anywhere. You got to give Coach Johnny Jones a lot of credit for the Booker Tornadoes. They've turned the season around, and of course it helps to have Mr. Mack back there averaging 9.2 yards per carry. That'll keep you in a lot of games, but we saw them come in to Braden River and upset the Pirates in a big win, 20-18, and I was impressed more by the way their line offensively and defensive played in that game. And Marlon Mack, of course, did have a couple 80-yard touchdown runs, especially early in the game, to set the tone in that one. But give Booker a lot of credit that they're in this position here to be playing for a playoff position next week.
First time since 2007 if they do make the playoffs, so they're trying to get back in after a long layoff. Sarasota, same position, trying to get back in the playoffs after several years not making it. Both teams back out on the field right now. We are set for second half action. Doug Miles and Ed Schneider with you tonight. Glad you're with us on our Southwest Florida High School football game of the week. The Sailors will get the ball to start this second half, and here we go with the opening kickoff of the third quarter. Again, a short kick to the far side of the field, trying to keep it away. A couple of Sailors run into each other there. Ball might have popped loose. Did Lakewood Ranch pick it up? If so, it acts like an onside kick. Let's see.
They're jumping around.
Don't see an indication yet from the official. And they do. I didn't see the refs point that way, but Lakewood Ranch said they got it, and that's it. Lakewood Ranch picks up the ball.
Now, that was something they kicked it in a little different spot. They kicked it in between two players back there instead of right to the one that's standing at the 30-yard line. And neither player called it. They ran into each other. The ball popped loose, and the Ranch falls on it inside the 40-yard line of Sarasota to start this third quarter.
At the Sailor 38-yard line to start first and 10. Lakewood Ranch with the ball, moving from right to left, dressed in the all-white uniforms tonight. Three wideouts to the near side. Chad Rex, and it's picked off, and this is going to be a pick six the other way. Touchdown, Sarasota.
Dominique Austin.
Yeah, Dominique Austin goes all the way down. He picks it off, goes 60 yards, and what a turn of events.
How's that to change the momentum? It looked like Lakewood Ranch came out and pulled the fast one and was able to jump on the opening kickoff in first play. Chad Rex back to throw the wide receiver screen as he did to start the game, and Dominique Austin caught it in stride, was long gone. Easy touchdown for the Sailors, and they are looking to go up now 24-14 with only 14 seconds gone in this third quarter.
And Tom Kelly, who kicked that 24-yard field goal as the second quarter came to an end with the extra point. It is up and is good. It's just 14 seconds into this third quarter, and the Sailor fans are very happy. The Sarasota Sailors now lead 24-14. Dominique Austin, a pick six, goes 60 yards, maybe it was 65, I guess, right? He picked up the 35-yard line?
Well, I guess you look at where the line of scrimmage was, yeah, that was...
I'm going to say 65.
65 is good.
And he just had nobody in front of him and took it all the way. And what a chain of events there, or turn of events, as Lakewood Ranch recovers an onside kick, kind of an unintentional onside, but one play later, Sarasota gets the turnover, and they're up by 10.
so much for getting the ball on the plus side of the field. It didn't help Lakewood Ranch on that one. It's Dominic Austin. That could be the play of the game. It may be tough for the Ranch to come back, especially after thinking that they had all the momentum there. Let's see if they can get it back. They got to have a nice return here and get a drive going to try to regain something that was definitely lost on that big play.
So let's see what the Ranch can do right now. And a short kick to the near side of the field. It's going to be fair caught. No, it's going to be returned up to the 40. Looked like a fair catch signal was there for a second, but it was not. And returned up across the 40-yard line by Brendan Llewellyn. But the Sailors got down there pretty quickly. Now there is a flag on the play around the 32-yard line.
Did he call fair catch?
I thought he raised his arm there for a second, but and then he started to run with it after he caught it. So they'll sort this out. Delay of game, which
that's exactly what the call was.
Yeah, it looked like he fair caught, made the signal, and then ran with it anyway. So that's a delay of game. So they will mark this back. Well, the Ranch, a couple of mistakes here early in the third quarter, and they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Their first possession here in the third quarter. Well, before we get a chance to catch our breath here in the second half, wild start here to this third quarter of play. Very important play-in game tonight. Double wide outs actually tripped to the near side, one to the far side, spread wide. Ball on the near hash mark. Lakewood Ranch moving from right to left, dressed in the all-white uniforms tonight with green numbers, green trim. Fake handoff. Rex stepping up. Now he's in trouble, rolling out to the far side, being chased, throws on the run, a lofted pass, a dangerous pass, incomplete. Boy, he just kind of threw that up for grabs.
That was a dangerous throw there. Rex was running for his life, had 3 defenders right in his face. He just sort of threw it up, and fortunately for Lakewood Ranch, it falls incomplete. Just ends up being a second down play coming up here, 2nd and 10 from their own 27. They got to try to regroup here a little bit, Doug, I think. And
a little shaken up, I think, from that pick 6 return. They thought they had a little momentum there,
yeah,
getting that onside kick, but
they need to try to get a couple first downs here and steady the ship.
Split backfield. Rex takes the snap, hands it off, and nothing doing there as they try to run it up the middle on the Sailor defense, but not much room at all for James Jeffcoat, who picks up maybe a yard on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 9 now for Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah, and I think that's really the biggest difference in the two teams, that the Ranch really doesn't have the running game to go along with the passing game because of injuries to Angel, who's really their leading rusher. And I haven't seen Fisher back there at all tonight either.
No. Rex rolls out, throws on the run, and it is caught by Cam Piercy near the first down marker, and he picks up enough for the first down.
That was a nice play. Hit Piercy in stride as he was headed towards the sidelines. Takes it out of bounds with a good gainer, moves the chains, and gives the Ranch a little better field position here where they can open up the playbook a little more.
Just a minute 9 into this third quarter. Ranch trailing it now 24-14. No huddle. Rex on the snap. Going to keep it. Cuts back toward the middle of the field. Gets across the 45 to up to the 46, 47. And a short pickup there, about 3 yards on the carry there by the quarterback. Now I'll give him 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. And both teams reluctant to use the traditional huddle. Just go right up to the line of scrimmage and then either call a play from there or look over at their respective head coaches, maybe get the play that way. Rex takes the snap again, rolling to the far side. Pump fakes, now throws deep down the far sideline, has a man open. It is caught. No! Couldn't hang on to it. At about the 10-yard line, had it for a second, and falls incomplete.
That was a beautiful pass by Chad Rex. Had nice air under it, enabled the receiver to run under it. It hit him in stride, but he wasn't able to haul it in. there were two Sarasota defenders there back there with them, but that hit him in stride, Doug. He should have hauled that one in.
Yeah, Cam Piercy again on the
Yeah, that's the leading receiver
route
for the Ranch, and he looks disappointed over there. He knows he should have had one there.
Yep, had it right in his hand there. 3rd down and 6 now. Rex rolling out again to the far side. Finds trouble there, eludes one tackler, still on his feet. He gets across the 50-yard line, diving to the first down marker, and he may have picked it up. Boy, he looked like he was going to be brought down for either a loss or a short gain, but comes very close to the first down. Let's see where they spot. Now they're going to say he's about a yard short. So it'll be 4th and 1. They're going to go for it without a huddle here.
Yeah. Nice balance there by Chad Rex. You're right, I thought he was down, was able to put a hand down and regain his balance and almost get the first down.
4th and 1, they're going to go for it now before, looks like they're going to take the snap. Rex looks over at his sideline. Now set. Jeff Code in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, Rex going to run with it, gets a blocker ahead of him, cuts to the outside. I don't think he made it. He was dragged down, and I believe he's short. Had a blocker in front of him for a second, then Rex kind of cut outside and then was tripped up. And the spot looks like it's going to be short from here.
Yeah, that was good penetration by the Sailors. They knew that play was coming. McLeod, the big tight end, shifted from the left side to the right side. And the Sailors have seen that happen before where Rex then tries to run in behind him. There was nowhere to go. Several Sarasota defenders were in the backfield of Lakewood Ranch, and I think he's going to end up
wow. Favorable
getting
spot
it by
there.
a nose.
Literally an inch. The nose of the football, and a favorable spot there for Rex. I thought he was going to be short by at least a half a yard, but he picked up the first down.
He must have done some good second effort there in the pile.
Yeah, the bottom of the pile. That's where a lot of things happen, Eddie.
Most of it not good, but
Not
that
good.
was one time that something good did happen at the bottom of the pile.
So good for the Ranch now. They get a fresh set of downs. They're trying to kind of regroup from that pick six just a moment ago. Again, a direct snap to the quarterback trying to run with it. He's in trouble, and he is brought down right at the 50-yard line. Good open field tackle there. And that was made by Silas Jones, just grabbing the quarterback and like a rag doll, just threw him to the ground.
Yeah, I got to say something about Chad Rex. That kid is tough.
Oh, yeah. And he's
Takes a
playing
lot
hurt
of
tonight.
hits, playing hurt. He runs it, he throws it. One tough kid. You got to give him a lot of credit.
Only lose about a half a yard on the play, 2nd and 11. Fake handoff, a little toss to the far side, incomplete, and nobody quite there. I think Trevor Lasada might have been the intended receiver, but
Looked like he slipped
he
on the
slipped,
play.
yeah.
Because initially my thought was, where's the receiver? That could be an intentional grounding, but then we saw Lasada get up off the ground. So it falls incomplete, setting up a 3rd and long situation now for the Ranch. Just inside Sarasota territory. I would say they're probably in 4-down territory at this point, Doug.
3rd and 11 at the Sarasota 48-yard line. Rex with the direct snap again, rolling to the far side, steps up, going to run with it again, gets across the 45 down to about the 44, 43, short of the first down. It'll bring up another 4th and long this time. It'll be 4th and 8. And I got to feel they're probably going to, well, I don't know, they're going to pin the Sailors back here on a punt.
And it's still 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Maybe you play conservative one more series here and try to pin them deep, try to get a turnover perhaps deep in territory to get better field position, and that's what it looks like they're going to do. But this is also where you might fake it, Doug.
Rex the punter as well, and he's going to go for it here. He's running with it. Now he tosses the ball, and it is incomplete, and he didn't quite know, I think, what he wanted to do there. Looked like he was going to run with it first, right up to the line of scrimmage, and threw it to the far side, but nobody there, and the Sailors will get excellent field position here.
Well, Doug, being an old special teams coach, this is about the point on the field where I would think about maybe doing a fake, especially when you're down. It's a little easier to do the fake when you're up, because teams maybe aren't expecting it quite as much. I think Sarasota was ready for that. They didn't look like they were in a normal punt rush situation. I think what Rex was trying to do is make it look like he was running to draw the defense towards him and then dump it off for the first down. But well defensed there by Sarasota. They weren't fooled, and they take over in downs here with great field position.
At their own 44-yard line, 7:50 left in the third quarter. Sailors up 24-14. Dominic Austin, a 65-yard pick six to start this third quarter of play. Gives the Sailors a 10-point lead. Short pick up there on the run to the outside, maybe half a yard. Actually, no gain. They're going to put it right back at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Evan Castro on that carry. Now the Sailors taking their time, calling the play in the huddle. Use up as much clock as you can when you get a lead. McNeil with Austin in the backfield. McNeil takes the snap, drops back. Throws a quick pass, a little quick hitter over the middle. It is caught at the 50-yard line. That's Dylan Cleveland inside Lakewood Ranch territory, down inside the 40 to the 30 to the 25 on the far sideline, inside the 20-yard line, and that's where he's pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field. Good run after the catch by Dylan Cleveland.
That's a little wide receiver screen where the offensive line lets the rush in, and they get downfield, and the wide receiver comes in behind them in the middle of the field. He got some nice blocks, but he did a lot of that on his own after the first 15 yards or so. It looked like the Ranch was going to get him down, but he was able to break loose and get it all the way down to the 13-yard line. First down for the Sailors.
1st and 10 at the Lakewood Ranch. 13 for Sarasota, ball in the far hash mark. McNeil, here comes the rush, rolling to the near side. Throws it into the end zone, up for grabs. It is incomplete. Trying to make the catch over there. Looked like Dylan Cleveland again. Jumped up for it, but just couldn't quite bring it down.
Well, I give McNeil a lot of credit there. He was under duress, and he put it up in the end zone, but he threw it to the back of the end zone. Again, not leaving it short, which is where passes usually get intercepted, but putting it in the back where only his guy, Dylan Cleveland, had a chance to go up and get it. Nice effort by Cleveland, but it falls incomplete, setting up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark. McNeil hands off. Austin up the middle. Finds a hole. Hit hard as he comes down to about the 10-yard line. And Austin rather, picks up about 5-6 yards on that carry. Now about 7 yards.
Yeah, about 7 yards.
Got a little extra second effort there.
Got rewarded for that big hit he took.
Yeah,
there,
he took a good shot there. So 3rd down, and let's call it 3 from the 6-yard line. Now McNeil behind center. High formation. Here's a pitch to Austin on the outside. Finds a hole, driving to the goal line, and he's tripped up.
Close to the goal
Looks
line.
like around the 2 or the 1-yard line.
Well, he turned that up nicely. He saw
Yeah.
a little opening there when he got the pitch to the far side. Turned it up. I thought he was going to get in there. A good play by Lakewood Ranch to keep him out of the end zone, but that's going to be 1st and goal. Not more than probably a yard away from pay dirt.
Right at the 1 is where they're going to mark it. They're going to take the mid-quarter water break right now. I think the Sailors would want to get the touchdown in before they do that, but that's up to the officials when they take it around the 6-minute mark. So that's 1st down. The official said you're going to take it now. So 1st and goal for the Sailors. Chance to really kind of open this game up now. To have a 17-point lead. They can punch it in here.
Still a quarter and a half to go, but 31-14 would be a big deficit for the Ranch to have to overcome, considering how short-handed they are. Because
a lot of injuries coming into tonight.
they were able to hold up in the first half despite the injuries, but this is where lack of depth and inexperience start to wear on the younger Ranch players, and I can see Sarasota being able to really take advantage of that here in the second half, especially if they're able to stick this one into the end zone and their 1st and goal from around the 1.
And we're ready to resume now. McNeil behind center, Austin in the tailback slot in the I. Now McNeil steps up, looks over at the sideline, crouches down behind center again, takes the snap, hands off to Austin into the end zone. Touchdown Sailors!
That was too easy, Doug.
Justin Austin just right in through the middle. And another touchdown for Sarasota. They're up 30-14.
He was untouched right up the gut. And that goes to show you the job that the interior line of the Sarasota Sailors is doing up there. creating a big hole there for Austin to walk into the end zone for the big score. Now looking to make it 31-14. Kelly's boot is perfect. And just like that, it's 31-14 Sailors, Doug. 5:44 remaining here in the third quarter. And that's really could be a killer for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. It's going to be tough for them to come back from 17 points down here, being as shorthanded as they are.
56-yard drive for the Sailors. They do it in 2 minutes and 6 seconds, capped off by that 1-yard plunge into the end zone by Justin Austin. And it's now 31-14. They didn't put the point on the scoreboard yet.
Look good to me. I don't know, maybe the scoreboard guys having a piece of that Rico's Pizza, Doug, that we were able to sample at halftime.
So the pick six really set the tone here for the second half, and Sarasota capitalizes again with another touchdown. Now Lakewood Ranch, a little pressure on them. Their offense has to do something right now. High short kick. This time the fair catch signal is made again, and it will be fielded at the 25-yard line. That's where Lakewood Ranch will start first and 10. 5:44 left in the third.
And Lakewood Ranch made sure they weren't running on that fair catch. And that actually was a little better kick. Kicked it a little deeper back to the 25. They would take that kind of starting position all night for Lakewood Ranch. And Doug, I guess that extra point must not have been good. They haven't put it up, so my bad on that one.
That's all right, Ed. I was writing down the score real quick, and they kicked it so
there
fast.
It
There it is.
All
okay,
right.
you were right. I'm going to correct that for our viewers on the Twitter feed here. It's 31-14. Here is a handoff going to the far side of the field. Trying to cut upfield is Brandon Luckett. Not much room there, and didn't pick up much yardage.
Nothing there at all, and that was strung out beautifully by the Sarasota defense. That was a wide receiver sweep, the jet sweep coming back from the wide side across the formation, and they strung it out all the way to the sideline. And actually ended up losing a couple yards, setting up a second and long for the Ranch.
Second down and 11. Back at their own 23-yard line. And a handoff up the middle, finds some room, gets out to around the 30-yard line. Good run that time by James Jeffcoat. And he picks up about 8 yards on the carry.
Best run of the night for Jeffcoat.
Bring up about a third and a long 2, let's call it. 4:40 and counting remaining here in the third quarter. 31-14 Sarasota Sailors. If they win it, they win the district and will host a playoff game here at Irick Field in 2 weeks. Here's a pass to the near side. It is complete to Brendan Hadley across the 35-yard line, brought down right there by Dominic Austin. And let's see where they spot it. Now for the first down.
Nobody seems to be moving yet.
There's a flag in the backfield, so
yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Could be a roughing the passer back there.
Yep, looks like it's going to go against Sarasota here. Here comes the official. Yep, roughing the passer. Good call, Ed. Automatic first down, and they'll mark it off down to the 49-yard line of the Sailors. First and 10, Lakewood Ranch. That gives them some breathing room now and an opportunity to try and get some points back on the scoreboard here. They have been shut down since midway through the second quarter. Double wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. Rex takes a direct snap, rolling to the far side. Here comes somebody from behind. He gets rid of the ball in time, throws deep down the far side. It is nearly picked off as it was slightly overthrown. Corey Williams almost made the interception.
Chad Rex showing some arm strength tonight, Doug. I've been impressed. I haven't seen him unleash him like that before. What I like about it, he has a nice trajectory on the long ball. Gets it up, gets some air under it. But you're right, that one was overthrown. Usually that's where you want to miss it if anywhere, but it looked like the Sarasota defender was the receiver, as he was the one in stride trying to haul it in, but he dropped it, so it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Cam Piercy was the intended receiver there. Second and 10. And Rex, keeper, up to the down to the 45, maybe a 2-yard, 3-yard gain there. And we'll bring up a 3rd and long now for the Ranch. So Sailor defense doing a good job of really shutting down the running game tonight. And this is a big play right now for the Ranch as time starting to become a factor. 3.5 left here in the 3rd. Rex, low snap, picks it up, rolling out to the far side. Throws, and it is intercepted again. Picked off at midfield and returned down to the 35-yard line of Lakewood Ranch. And the second interception of the second half, and this one was by Tyler Therion.
Tyler Therion, backup quarterback. We saw him play a lot at that position in the Venice game when McNeil was hurt. But he showed his worth to the team there, playing a good cornerback position. He stepped right in front of that pass by Chad Rex, returned it about 30 yards into Lakewood Ranch territory, just outside the 35-yard line. Great field position once more for the Sailors, and they can put this game away here if they can take advantage of the short field and put it in the end zone.
The Sailors can feel it right now. Just got to keep playing their game. And they are district champions. 1st and 10 at the Lakewood Ranch 36. We'll delay handoff to Austin, going up the left side. And Austin picks it across the 35, picks up a yard. So Sailors can kind of keep the ball on the ground as much as possible now. And Ed, after those really rough patch of games with Manatee and Venice back-to-back, you wondered how Sarasota would come out of that, but they've come out very well, winning some big games, including last week against Palmetto, putting them in their position tonight to win the district. Get a flag before the snap here. Maybe in some strange way, those blowouts kind of helped Sarasota, and the emotional speech I'm sure that Ed Volz made, telling his team he will not return next year. The team has kind of gelled.
Well, football is a game of emotion, and maybe that was able to give the team the kind of focus they needed to turn it around. In any event, it's worked. And here's the Sailors looking to win their 3rd straight game in a row in the district and become district champions in the process.
Penalty against the Sailors. 2nd down to 13 now. Back at the Lakewood Ranch 39, McNeil takes the snap, throws it over the middle. It is caught and hit hard at the 25-yard line, brought down right away. Was Isaiah Breakstone making the catch. But he picks up a 1st down. As the Sailors moving the chains here. 2:15 left in the 3rd.
Nice job on that one, utilizing the big tight end, Breakstone, getting some balls thrown his way, and he's taking advantage of it here so far in this game, Doug.
At the 23-yard line of the Ranch, high formation, Austin in the tailback slot. Takes the handoff up the middle, finds a hole, and nope, that closes up quickly.
Sure did.
Looked like you had one there for a second. And he was pushed back for no gain on the play. Well, it looked like that hole was there, but it closed up. 2nd down and 10. Sailors will be happy now just to run down the clock here. They lead it by 17. That field goal gives that a little extra cushion there.
Yeah, it gave them momentum going into halftime, and they took advantage of it coming out in the second half.
McNeil back in the gun. Austin to his right. McNeil takes the snap and throws again to Cleveland, coming over the middle, makes the catch, gets inside the 15-yard line. And again, a good gainer. And let's see if he had enough for the 1st down.
That's that wide receiver screen again.
Very effective play tonight for the Sailors.
It sure is. Bain had the same play that got called back with the block in the back, but that was about a 25, 30-yard gainer as well. So
under a minute remaining, ball at the 12-yard line now. Another fresh set of downs for the Sailors. I formation. Handoff. Austin finds a hole left side. Inside the 5. Near the goal line and brought down short of the goal line. Good run again by Austin.
They can get a first down without a touchdown. Let's see if they move the sticks. And
He did. He picked it up. Yeah. Got it down inside the 2. So first and goal again. Just 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Sailors don't have to run a play here.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just let this clock run out here and let the third quarter run its course and take a nice jog down to the other end of the field.
Well, they break the huddle and well, they do line up, so they may snap it here. McNeil behind center, and he keeps it on the sneak, dives ahead. No indication yet from the official. Ed Volts and his coaching staff raising their arms. And he's in. Touchdown. Touchdown for Colin McNeil on the quarterback keeper from 1 yard out.
That's a good safe call. You're inside the 1 yard line. You don't want to risk a fumble. I saw it last night watching Clearwater Central Catholic and IMG. They fumbled going in from the 1 yard line. They tried an inside handoff to the fullback. IMG recovered it, went 99 yards to tie the game up, and at the end of regulation, and won in overtime. So good call there by Sarasota.
And now Kelly. Extra point is up, and it is good. Just 3 seconds left here in the third quarter, and the Sailors lead it over the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs 38-14.
And that probably is about it, Doug. I think the Sailors have put it away here. 3 scores here in this decisive third quarter, including the interception by Dominique Austin to get things going on only the second play of the, or first play of the third quarter, after Lakewood Ranch had taken advantage of a flub kickoff by Sarasota to recover it in great field position. The tables were turned quickly by Austin's 65-yard interception return as the Sailors regained the momentum they went into the locker room at halftime with. And since then, it's been all Sarasota. 2 more touchdown drives put on the board, and they now have expanded their lead to 38-14 with 3:10 remaining here in the third quarter, or at the end of the third quarter, 31 seconds remaining at the end of the third quarter. Good job by the Sailors.
And again, that same short high kick fielded with the fair catch at the 31. That's where Lakewood Ranch will start. A tight ball game in the first half. Tied at 14 apiece there until the field goal, just a few seconds left in the first half, made it 17-14 Sarasota. But the second half has been all Sailors, led off by that Dominic Austin pick 6 going 65 yards, picking off Chad Rex, and that has been the tone of the second half for the Sailors as they have busted this thing open, leading 38-14.
And really the big difference is the Sailors have taken advantage of the 2 interceptions they got here in the third quarter. The Ranch couldn't take advantage of 2 fumbles they picked up in the first half.
And a handoff now to Brandon Luckett, and Luckett cannot cut off field, trying to go to the outside. And that'll do it for quarter number 3. End of 3 quarters of play. Sailors well on their way to the district championship here in 7A10 and hosting a home playoff game in 2 weeks. They lead Lakewood Ranch 38-14.
Great job by the Sailors, and the fans are feeling it, Doug. You can see it in the fans. They're excited. They haven't had a playoff game here in a while. I remember doing the regional final back in 2005 when it was Riverview and Sarasota right here. Probably about 9,000 or 10,000 packed into Irick Field here. TV with 2 TV calls were
Channel
on.
6, Channel 7.
Kevin Nagandi was here with his entourage, and Sarasota News Network was here, and we were here doing it on the radio. For 1220, and it was a packed house, and Sarasota hasn't had that for a while, and they're going to be excited in just 2 weeks when they get to host a playoff game right here at Irick Field.
And we're going to bring that game to you. We'll give you details on the Ustream.tv site, but count on us being here, Ed. We'll look forward to doing a playoff game right here, one of our favorite venues. There's a handoff to James Jeffcoat going into the outside, cuts up field and gets across the 35 to near the 38-yard line. In a long time since the Sailors have really had this type of opportunity, going back to the Mike Ford days, like you said, Ed. Great running back who ran for both Sarasota and Riverview here in town.
Right. And saw more than one college campus in his career as well.
Yeah, had some
Much
playing time at
travel.
USF. Now played with the Sarasota Millionaires last season. Did a very good job. See if he returns. I know he was trying to play up in Canada for a while and do some indoor football, but one of the most talented running backs Sarasota has produced, but had some off the field issues, kind of derailing his career, but trying to make a comeback. There's a run again. It's going to be short of the first down. It'll be 4th and less than a yard at the Lakewood Ranch 40, and obviously you go for it right here. Chad Rex. Actually, Rex is out of the ball game now. That is Piercy taking the quarterback duties, and they do not make the first down on the handoff. Jeff Coat does not get there, and the Sailors get the ball back on downs.
And the Ranch had to go for it, no doubt about that at this point, down 38-14. But the Sailors defense standing tall here, stuffing that 4th down run attempt. And they're going to take it over great field position at the Lakewood Ranch 38-yard line. Now it's just a matter of keeping it on the ground, protecting the football, and getting the clock run out so they can get out of here and celebrate.
10:46 left here in the 4th quarter. Sailors up 38-14. And they move from right to left here in this 4th quarter. Austin in the tailback slot in the eye. Fake handoff. McNeil going to throw deep over the middle. Has Bain there in the end zone. He juggles and can't quite hang on to it. Had it for a second. And there's a flag, though, in the end zone. So somebody's going to be called for interference here.
So much for me thinking they're going to just sit on it, Doug, and get the clock run out. They come right out, throw it into the end zone.
It'll be offensive pass interference on Sean Bain.
And it looked like he did push off. He was well covered there. When the ball was getting close, he tried to jockey for position and did push off, so that's going to move the Sailors back into their own territory, other side of the 50-yard line.
Now, any Lakewood Ranch fans out there tuning in, all hope is not lost. You still have a chance to make the playoffs. It all depends on what happens with Braid River tonight and Palmetto. Braid River has to win, right? And then Lakewood Ranch would be part of a 3-team playoff for 2nd place.
Yeah, the Braden River would need to beat Palmetto, and that would set up a 3-way tiebreaker that would probably be done on Monday. And that could be an interesting little go-around.
So that'll be interesting to see. Check out the local papers tomorrow and find out what happens to Lakewood Ranch. And that is a short carry there up to midfield. Bring up a 2nd down. That penalty was marked all the way back to the Sailor 49-yard line. But nonetheless, no matter what happens, Lakewood Ranch has had a pretty good season this year. With all the injuries like we talked about, Chad Rex showing himself to be a really top quarterback in this area. Only a junior. Yeah.
Only a junior.
Come back for next year. Here's Austin on the carry. Goes outside to the near side of the field and cuts up across the 45 down near the 43. Short of the first down, well short. And it will still be a 3rd and long for the Sailors.
What I like about that, Doug, they're running the 4-minute offense. That means you keep the ball in bounds. Austin could have went out of bounds there, but instead he went down before he got to the sideline, and that keeps the clock running here down to 9:30 remaining in the game, and that's some good coaching and some good running by Justin Austin.
3rd and 15 at the Lakewood Ranch 44-yard line. Double wide split to the far side. Austin in the backfield along with his quarterback McNeil takes the snap. Here comes the rush, steps up, throws, and well overthrown. Austin in the pattern down the near sideline, but no chance to make that catch, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And they ran Austin on the wheel route. He was lined up in the backfield, did a flare pattern, and then kept going down the sideline, but it was well covered by Lakewood Ranch. And McNeil, rather than take a chance, just threw it out of bounds. No harm, no foul there. They'll punt it away. But I give them credit. They were trying to get the big play down the sideline. And, hey, they're working on the playoffs now, Doug.
First punt, I believe, since the 1st quarter for the Sailors. And a nice spiral punt. And it will not be fielded. And it goes into the end zone for the touchback. And Lakewood Ranch will start at their own 20-yard line here with 8:56 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
That was a good job by Kelly, who's also handling punting duties. That ball was rolled on back to him, not a good snap. He was able to short hop it, pick it up, and get the boot away, no problem. Give Piercy credit back there on the receiving end of the punt. He kept his feet on the 10-yard line and called the fair catch and let it go over his head into the end zone.
Paul McNeil getting a talking to by one of the assistant coaches on the sideline. They're just getting yelled at. I don't quite know why. But they've been going at it for, actually, McNeil's been listening, and he's been hearing it from his offensive coordinator there. I guess maybe they weren't happy with that last series, throwing it there for some reason. I'm not sure. But when you're up 38-14 getting yelled at, the coaches aren't satisfied, Ed.
I guess not. There's still more season to play.
Cam Piercy in at quarterback for Chad Rex. Takes the direct snap, throws on the run. Picked off by Dominique Austin at the 25-yard line. And brought down around the 20. Second interception of the game for Dom Austin, who had that pick six to start the third quarter.
Well, Dominic Austin, he's working on the stats. Second interception of the night, as you mentioned, Doug. He'll take it. That puts Sarasota right down to the 20-yard line of Lakewood Ranch. And let's see what they do offensively now. If they're content to just come in and run the ball and sort of sit on it a little bit and run some clock, or are they going to try to get it into the end zone here through the air?
At the Lakewood Ranch 20, 8:16 left here in the fourth quarter. And the Sailors have not had this type of game in a long time. Big lead in the fourth quarter. Now they hand it off in the backfield and straight ahead down to about the 17-yard line. 3-yard pickup. Look like is that Marquet Upshaw?
Yeah,
that's his first carry of the night.
Good to see him back in there. We thought early in the season he was going to be the Thunder of the Thunder and Lightning duo, and Justin Austin just took off and really has been the predominant runner on this team this season. Plus, I think Upshaw was hurt for a couple games, but he's the big back, and it's nice to see him get some work here late in the game.
3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7. McNeil, Upshaw again, outside, puts the stiff arm out, but can't find any room. Good job that time by the Ranch defense. Wanley Desir makes the stop on Upshaw. No gain on the play.
Now Upshaw is a north-south type runner. That time Lakewood Ranch was able to get him running towards the sideline, and he doesn't have the speed of a Justin Austin, and they were able to string that one out and throw that for a short loss or no gain, setting up a third down situation for the Sailors.
Third down and 8, actually a loss of 1 on the play. At the 18-yard line of Lakewood Ranch, McNeil behind center, turns around, fakes a handoff, going to throws to the near side, incomplete. Intended receiver was Evan Castro. He tripped up there, slipped. I don't think he would have been able to catch that anyway. And they'll bring up a 4th down, as they will probably bring in the field goal unit here.
Might as well let Kelly try another one. Done a nice job kicking tonight. Handled the duties well, and the referee almost running into Kelly as he's marking off his steps to get ready to boot this field goal attempt.
A 35-yard attempt spotted at the 25 from the near hash mark. Snap, spot, kick, up, distance, good, and it is accurate.
Nice.
Nice field goal there. Makes it 41-14. Kelly had a 24-yarder and now adds a 35-yarder.
35-yarder from the near hash, Doug. So Kelly showing some nice accuracy. It's glad that they were able to add him to the fold. I don't remember him kicking earlier in the season, but maybe he was injured. Not sure about that. Maybe that's why we didn't have his number on the program. But in any event,
they didn't print it in any of them we have.
And they said, I read that Billy Sadlow had a backup kick last week, and he kicked a field goal. But Kelly doing a nice job on the kicking game tonight. 2 for 2 on field goal attempts, perfect on extra points, and it ups the margin to 41-14 here. 6:47 to go here in the game, and the Sailors well on their way to their first district championship in a while. And there's going to be some celebration here in Sarasota this evening.
One of the benefits, obviously, when you finish first, you host the first round playoff game. Be here at Irick Field, and looking forward to being here to do that. But they will have one more game before that happens next Friday night at the Ram Bowl, taking on their longtime rival Riverview Rams. Here's the return of the kick up across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And Lakewood Ranch will start there with 6:39 left in the ball game. And Chad Rex out of the ball game. As we mentioned, a lot of Lakewood Ranch players injured, hurt coming into tonight's ball game. Hung close for the first half, but Sarasota broke it open here in the second half. And this is the Sarasota team we saw early in the year, Ed, against Booker. Just everything kind of firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they went through some tough times in the middle of the season. A couple blowout losses to Manatee and Venice, but I guess in retrospect, that's not that far out of line, especially Manatee, one of the top 15 teams in the nation. But I give the Sailors credit; they've got healthy here at the right time when they got into the meat of the district schedule, and they've been able to take advantage of it. This will be their third straight district win after losing what we considered an upset at the time to Braden River, which made them 0-1 in the district, and things didn't look good for the Sailors, but they were able to bounce back and win these 3 in a row here, and they're going to be district champions by the way of the tiebreaker. Even if Palmetto wins tonight in the head-to-head matchup last week with Palmetto, they were able to come away with the victory.
And Lakewood Ranch at their own 33-yard line. First down. Jeff Coate on the pitch. Gets across the 35 to the 40, still on his feet, cutting to the far side. There is a flag on the play, though. Gets inside Sailor territory, down the far sideline to the 30, still on his feet. Brought down near the 25-yard line, but this will probably come back.
A couple flags on the play.
First one looked like an illegal block all the way back at the 39-yard line. There's also a flag at the 37-yard line on the Sailor side of the field.
It must be on the Sailors because the referee picked it up here. It's moving down towards where the ball is. So
the third flag down near the 20. So a lot of flags on that play. Good run though by Jeff Coate.
First time he's been able to break loose at all, Doug. He's been pretty well controlled by the Sarasota defense tonight.
Personal foul on Lakewood Ranch. So that's the one that gets the precedence. Personal foul. Well, he just did it again. I don't know if that means 2 on them or just telling us again. Face mask on Sarasota. That's
Offsetting.
Declined. Offsetting.
So you're going to replay the play. So unfortunately for Jeff Coate, his big run of the night,
Doesn't go on the scoreboard.
some yards. It's a no play, and the Ranch will be running it again here.
Well, see where they bring the ball. Yeah, they're going to bring it back
Offsetting
now.
should put it back to the original line.
Original
of
line,
scrimmage.
back at the 33. So that kind of second half for Lakewood Ranch. Get a good offensive play, but doesn't count. Sailors have benefited from 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown, and a good game for Colin McNeil tonight. A couple of touchdown passes in the first half. 1 to Sean Bain and 1 to Isaiah Breakstone.
Dylan Cleveland's had a couple nice plays,
Yeah.
including a 43-yarder here in the second half. So,
Austin with a touchdown run, and McNeil also with a short touchdown run in the ball game. And then running to the outside now is Piercy, and he takes it down to near the 40-yard line. Going to spot him at the 39, so about a 5-yard carry there on first down. 5:40 left here in the ball game. Lakewood Ranch will, I'm sure, no doubt, getting on their cell phone as soon as this game is over, try and find out what happened with the Braden River game. Rooting for the Pirates, their neighbors in the Lakewood Ranch area in Bradenton. There's a handoff and a carry up across the 40, short of the first down. No, they're going to say he's got it now. First down at the 44. All Sarasota wants to do now, just let Lakewood Ranch run out the clock here. Take as much time as, make them take as much time as possible. Jeff Coate on the pitch. 45 up to the 47. Good run on first down there. And he picks up about 5 yards on that carry.
Jeff Coate getting pretty much all the action tonight at running back for the Ranch. We hadn't seen him before with the ball in his hands, Doug. So it shows the extent of the injuries in the Lakewood Ranch backfield.
Piercy, direct snap to him. Nothing doing there. Tried to rumble it up the middle, but brought down right around the line of scrimmage. And I'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 6. Coming down to 4.5 minutes remaining here until Sarasota can claim the district championship in 7A 10.
And the Ranch really playing without their 2 leading rushers, Justin Fisher and Ashawn Angel.
Yeah, Ashawn Angel. They really missed him tonight. Piercy on the keeper and brought down again right at the line of scrimmage. The set of defense isn't going to let Lakewood Ranch do anything right now. They have shut down that running game as we're under 4 minutes remaining.
And I think Piercy is probably gaining a little bit respect for Chad Rex and the job that he does. It's not so easy back there to find running lanes when you're back there in the quarterback slot in the shotgun, trying to find somewhere to run it. And
4th down, 4th and 6. Piercy rolling to the far side, throws. It is bobbled and incomplete. Would have been a 1st down on the far sideline, but receiver could not hang on, and that was Brendan Hadley over there. And the Sailors take over on downs, and they can pretty much just run out the clock here with just 3:21 left here in the ball game. Got to wonder the emotions, Ed, going through head coach Ed Volz now. I mean, he made that emotional speech to his team a few weeks ago saying he will not return, wants to spend more time with the family, and then now he's in a position to be in the playoffs, and who knows, win a playoff game or 2, make a little run here.
well, I think more than anything that you're actually going to get to host a playoff game after you were sitting there a few games ago getting blown out by Venice.
Yep. Who may not make the playoffs.
Yeah, wondering what was going to happen to the rest of the season.
That would be an irony right there. If Venice loses tonight to Seminole, and there's a fumbled exchange there, but it is recovered by the Sailors in the backfield. Venice, who we saw this year, of course last year we did all of their games, had a chance to see them go up against Manatee. They did not do well there, but I think they're an improved team this year. Took Manatee for most of 3 quarters early in the season, and then went down over to Plano, Texas, won that. Very impressive game there. But tough loss last week to the Largo Packers, now fighting for their playoff lives tonight on the road in Seminole.
Well, I bet you'll have no mercy on Seminole tonight.
No.
But you'll see a big victory for the Venice Indians.
Yeah, we'd like to see them make it. John Peacock, one of the top coaches in Florida in high school football. There's a handoff to Marquet Upshaw. And Upshaw not finding much room. Brought down short of the 50-yard line, just 2.5 left in the ball game now. Peacock has done a great job with that program over the years.
Well, Doug, we talked about that. Largo-Venice game was going to be quite a game because Largo's won that district up there about 8 years in a row,
Yeah.
I think.
Tough,
perennial playoff.
Very tough place
club.
to play up at Largo.
And we knew it was going to be a sort of a battle of the titans, Venice and Largo, and Venice found that it's not easy to beat those Packers.
Either in the NFL or in high school football.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a tough place to play. I had a chance to do a game up there a few years ago, and they really support their team up there in Largo. So we do wish the Venice Indians well and see if they can make the playoffs. Sarasota's going to call a timeout now. Just 1:37 left here in the ball game. 41-14. Sailors will win their 5th game of the season And the third district game, third in a row. Lakewood Ranch will fall to 4 up, 5 down, and 2-2 in the district. Sailors will have an opportunity next week. Even though that game doesn't mean anything playoff-wise, obviously Riverview, they're hoping to make the playoffs tonight with a win, but great rivalry game, and we'll be at the Ram Bowl next Friday night at 7:30. Hope you join us here on Ustream.tv.
A great venue for high school football, and let's give credit to Lakewood Ranch. That's quite a venue for high school football as well. The fans out there at the ranch really come all out and support their team. There was a big crowd out there. We were there for the Palmetto game a couple weeks ago.
Till the power went out.
Till the power went out.
It went out after the game was over, so it was okay.
But the fans out there do support their squad.
Yep,
and
great fan support there.
They get one more chance as they host Port Charlotte next week in the final game of the season.
3rd and 14. Here's a handoff in the backfield and push backwards for a loss of a few on the play. And that was Billy Sadlow getting a chance to carry the ball.
And take some abuse there.
Yeah, they take a little punishment there. 4th down. And about 18 for the Sailors.
They don't look like they're going to punt it away here. They're going to try to, looks like, run the clock down probably as much as they can, take a timeout, and then maybe punt it away.
Yeah, clock is running now, under a minute. So the Sailor fans have seen their school here finish their district season on a very high note, 3 wins in a row, and a district championship. And they can look forward to a home playoff game in 2 weeks, right here at Irick Field. It'll be November 15th, and we'll find out who the opponent is. That'll be known tomorrow, or after tonight's game. They'll be posted. You can go to FHSAA.org, the Florida High School Athletic Association website. They'll have all the brackets for all the playoff games, and a great site that we use a lot, get some information from. Check out maxpreps.com as well, and our post-game press box show will be available there, as well as youtube.com. And they will now punt it. And the PA announcer tells the home crowd as that snap goes over Kelly's head, and he's going to be trying to kick it away. He does get it away. Nice job by Kelly to kick it away. Goes up toward midfield, and it will be fielded there, but not much of a return. So good job by Kelly. That snap went over his head and did a little bit of a Gary Upremian kick, but he actually kicked it.
Beautiful play.
Throw it.
You can tell that guy's a soccer player. He was ambidextrous there with both legs.
Left-footed kick.
About a 30-yard kick there as he was getting chased. Good job there. From what I'm seeing here, Doug, it looks like Sarasota is going to host the runner-up out of District 11, which is either Pinellas Park or Clearwater Countryside. One of those 2 teams.
2 tough teams.
Will be the opponent in that opener, it appears, for Sarasota. The runner-up, whoever that ends up being, whether it's Palmetto, Braden River, or it could still be Lakewood Ranch, depending what Palmetto does tonight.
Here's Piercy gonna run with it, gets inside Sailor territory, down inside the 20 where he's pushed out of bounds, and was gonna throw it there, and then he found some room, ran with it, and he gets down to the 20-yard line, just 24 seconds left. Well, Lakewood Ranch trying to score one more time tonight, maybe get into the 20 mark. Sarasota doesn't want that.
Whoever the runner-up is, whether it's Palmetto, Braden River, or this Lakewood Ranch team, they're going to have a tough road that they have to travel up to Tarpon Springs to face East Lake. Always a tough opponent.
They're tough too, yeah. Nothing easy in the playoffs. I mean, Manatee found that out last year, losing to St. Thomas Aquinas. That there's a pass to the far side near the goal line. No, couldn't quite hang on to it over there. Was Brendan Hadley over there. Thought he had it for a second, incomplete. Just 17 seconds left now. Ball at the 20-yard line of the Sailors. But last year we saw Manatee just destroy Venice, and we thought nobody's going to beat the Hurricanes. But a couple of weeks later, they lost in the semifinal round.
Pretty handily at that.
Yep.
St. Thomas Aquinas, and it was down there at Aquinas. Always a tough place to go on the road and win. But the Canes were very highly respected last year, one of the top 5 in the nation, and went down there, and they went down in the semifinals. So
Piercy throws to the near side, a little short pass, and in and out of the hands of Jeffcoat, incomplete. And with just 12 seconds left, it'll be 3rd down and 10. At the Sailor 20, there's a flag on the play in the Lakewood Ranch backfield. He's just picking it up. No, there is a penalty. All right, it's on the Sailors. Didn't see the signal from the official, but it is against Sarasota. And they'll move it down to around the 10-yard line.
Telling the chain gang to move the chains. They look a little tired over there on that chain gang, Doug. Not moving real quick.
There's 12 seconds left. Piercy takes the snap, throws outside, caught, and it will be no gain at all on the play as the clock will run out. And that'll do it. Sarasota Sailors have defeated the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs 41-14. They win District 7-8-10, and they are hopping on the field. They are a happy group of Sailors right now for head coach Ed Volz. And congratulations to Sarasota, their first district championship. I would say it's going to be since 2007, right?
I think that's about right, Doug. And they look like a bunch of Sailors just in for shore leave.
That's right.
They're out there quite happy, as are the fans. And the fans have been waiting for this just as long as the players. But it's the players that do the blood, sweat, and tears out there to earn this opportunity. And you got to give them a lot of credit. They were down in the middle of the season. 2-4 record after getting shellacked by Venice, and they found a way to come back, win 3 straight district games, starting with Northport, and then the huge upset of Palmetto last week on the road, and then finally securing their first victory at home this season over Lakewood Ranch in what amounts to a playoff game, and they do it handily, 41-14 here in front of the home crowd at Irick Field in Sarasota.
So Ed Volz sees his team win 3 district games in a row. Big win last week against Palmetto, setting up to tonight's game against the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs, and they needed to win to get in the playoffs. If they had lost, they would have no chance for second place. Lakewood Ranch does have an opportunity, depending on what Brain River did tonight. But right now, the Sailors are a very happy group of ball players, and they will take on Riverview next week, and then prepare for a home playoff game on November 15th right here at Irick Field. We'll be here to bring it to you. And now the students running on the field to congratulate their classmates. So a good sight here at Irick Field. They have not seen this here in a long time.
Yeah, it is a good sight. See the orange and black out there celebrating, and a lot of happy parents as well. The band is playing, and that's really what high school football is all about, Doug. It makes the hard work worth it when you're able to pull it together and come out with a district championship.
Final score once again tonight from Irick Field. The Sarasota Sailors 41, the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs 14. Sailors win the 7A District 10 game to win the district, and they advance to the playoffs. We'll host a playoff game. Check out DougMilesMedia.com and also our Ustream.tv channel. Southwest Florida High School Football Game of the Week. We'll have details for you on the opponent, but it'll be 7:30 p.m. broadcast in 2 weeks. But don't forget, next Friday night we'll be at the Ram Bowl to bring you the game between Sarasota and Riverview. For Rich Schneider, this is Doug Miles saying thanks for listening and watching. We'll see you again next Friday night.
Good night.